Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Throwdown for the week of May 16th, 2021. I'm Caleb Black. This is Luke the Big Dog Williams, along with our in-studio producer, the Mighty Max Fury. And we just realized something we are completely remiss in not having mentioned. This is our anniversary episode.
Yes.
1 year since we've been talking wrestling in my little bedroom studio. Started out with me and Luke and one camera and a white backdrop. We brought Max along, and we've been doing this for a year. So
we've had guests.
We've had guests on. We've talked, everything from the territory days to the Attitude Era to current wrestling and beyond. And as you know, we're not as technologically inclined as some of the other podcasts. We hope to rectify that within this season. But we're going to talk about some of our favorite moments from the year.
Yes.
Here on our show. Some of our favorite stuff, some of the funniest stuff, some of the not so funny stuff, some of the best stuff we've done that we love. Our first episode. I'm going to start us off with.
Now we're going to relay these to three of
Yeah, we're
right?
three of
Okay, first episode.
Luke and I had actually talked about doing a podcast forever. And we kept talking about it, but work and life and stuff just kept getting in the way until one day he literally showed up at the house and was like, I brought my laptop. Let's cut some videos and put them on YouTube. Let's just talk about wrestling. Let's see how it takes off. And we've done it almost every week since. We've had a couple of off weeks here and there.
Although, to be fair, there's over a year's worth of content due to the fact that in the early days of our show, we dropped 1 day a week. Yeah. But we dropped 12 to 13 videos.
Yeah.
So, there's always been content.
Peppering them in, and we've changed our format and stuff. We used to do a full week in review from Raw all the way through. Maybe we'll bring that back sometime as a throwback, where we break down every episode.
It's good enough.
Yeah, if it's worth talking about for a full episode.
We also were the lucky rabbit's foot for Impact Wrestling because we did one episode about how shitty Impact was.
That's on my better. That's on my list, but I'll rope that into this as a joke. We talked about previewing Impact, and then I was like, you know what? We actually should watch it. And boy, that first episode we should not have watched it.
No,
there was a mugging by a ghost.
Ghost in a hallway.
Brian Cage and Trey Miguel went 45 minutes in a main event for a TV show that went an hour.
It was the only good fucking thing about the whole episode.
But it honestly, ever since, and you can go back and watch our videos since then, when we started talking about it, it started getting better. And really now it's part of the big deal. So that's my first video submission.
Yeah, so
our first video.
We'll log this real quick. If you want to check out what he's talking about in the first round of videos, it is the very first playlist right down here on this channel.
Yep, go check it out. I think I'm wearing a white t-shirt.
Yeah, I believe you are. Yeah. I believe I'm wearing salmon. I could be wrong. Salmon. I will not say pink. Damn it! Anyway, my first, one of my favorite videos we've ever done on this entire roller coaster ride we take people on all the time. It's more of a serious video. Our stand on the Speak Out movement.
Yeah.
Where there's a lot of times we get on here and we can be, I don't want to say sexist. I don't want to say that we should be within the guise of it being haha funny.
Right. We make jokes about women being attractive and stuff because we're men and it's funny and yeah.
But we felt at that time we needed to come out and we needed to make that stand.
Yeah.
We respect everyone regardless.
Yeah.
Of gender, race, creed, whatever. It was one of the videos that I think meant the most to the channel. I had had several people write me after we had posted the video on my personal Facebook account and was like, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing that.
Well, and we promised early on that we wouldn't get, because we started the videos obviously during a very, how do you say, politically divisive period of time.
Yes.
And I am very, very open about my political views, but we promised ourselves we didn't want our channel to devolve into that. But when there are moments in which it's time for us to speak and where we feel like our contribution, even if it's just this small little video with 100 subscribers, if it matters to one person, then it's worth having done so. And since then, we've taken a stand on a number of issues.
And it evidently happens to matter to a lot of people because we went from something that was two friends in a bedroom in some of the worst lighting ever to adding our executive producer in on the show to going from no viewers and no views to 129 subscribers as of today.
Yeah. I'm getting kind of emotional.
What can we say? It was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Did we get a little bit of backlash? Yes. I'm not going to say it was all positive. There was some people who have shitty opinions on things.
Oh, yeah.
But
and I'm an asshole, so I totally...
The good totally outweighed the bad, and as you can see, the video is still up and can still be watched.
Yeah. So, thank y'all for that.
Yeah. Number 2. Oh, boy, here we go.
The Dusty Rhodes.
Jesus, the bloopers?
The Dusty Rhodes blooper. So to give you some backstory on that, and you can find the video, he tells us we're doing a deep dive on Dusty, and I think really this year we did like 2 or 3 of them.
It starts at the end of that video is where all
where
of that
he
takes
does.
place.
First of all, he's got a phenomenal Dusty Rhodes impression, in my opinion, and he's telling the story from the perspective of of Bruce Pritchard, and Bruce Pritchard also has a phenomenal Dusty Rhodes impression.
He really does.
And he's telling the story, and it's on WWE.
It's on
Storytime
WWE
or whatever it is,
Storytime, yeah.
But he's telling this story, and I just start losing it because it's so funny. I laughed all the way to the end of the video, and then we cut another video where I'm still just losing it. And that wasn't even I laughed for a solid 15, 20 minutes straight. Just could not breathe. Because it was so fucking funny.
I'm going to add into that and to tell people to just watch the blooper reel in general.
Well, yeah, our bloopers are some of our best ones.
Because some of the other ones was not that long ago. I don't remember what was said. You'll see it in the thing, but I couldn't keep it straight.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, we're good. And you're like, yeah, no more bloopers. Like, no, we're good. I'm sitting here going,
yeah.
And it was Max. We had got Max laughing and he was crying. Yeah. And I kept looking at him and couldn't keep it straight.
Could you hit me with a little Dusty real quick since we're talking about it? Come on, baby.
I could if you will.
So good.
Second only. But no, I love that video so much. Here we go again. Don't got time to put it together.
Unprofessional.
Unprofessional.
So good.
My number 2. So yeah, go back, watch the blooper reel, especially that one. Also, be sure to check out the end of the Dusty Rhodes deep dive so you can get the story in context. Because if you don't get the context, you're just going to think that he's lost his fucking mind.
Which I have.
Which he has.
Absolutely.
Number 2 for me, video wise, I'd be remiss not to point out something that happened recently, and that's the point video for the beginning of this season with the first appearance of Max on camera.
Yeah.
Max has been here for out of a year, 10 months.
And I started saying it was pretty early on when we brought
Pretty early. So, and had never been on camera. Once he was on camera, but he had the mask.
Monkey mask on. Or the ninja mask, whatever.
Yeah, the monkey mask. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I've never seen one.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It was a monkey.
What are you talking about, Caleb?
See, you know I don't know either. Anyway, and the contributions of Max behind the camera with the pulling of the story of the birthdays.
Yeah, he does all that research. By the way, we don't help him with that at all. Yeah. He takes full responsibility for that bit. So if he's wrong, you know who to blame.
Also, if it's lacking and it's usually him.
That's right.
No, I'm kidding. All the credit in the world to Max, our in-studio producer. The
show really would not be the same without him.
Also, the help that he puts into the Anna Fight shows and the videos that we run for the Anna Fight. Couldn't do it without you. Yeah. I mean, we would struggle,
that, guys.
I feel that needed to be said. And that video to me is fantastic because it was the legitimate first time you actually got to see what he looked like.
Yeah.
Unless you're a fan of our face.
The entire point of we were going to keep him off camera, and we did that all of season 1. We were like, no, we need to do something for season 2. And since we brought him into the point run for this season, opening up with the point in the box, he had to be on camera. I think it was the right call.
It was the right call. You're number 3.
Man, out of all of our videos,
do not take my number 1. Do not take my number 1.
Well, I mean, honestly, I will say this. One of my personal favorite videos is the deep dive you did on if Scott Steiner would have won the WCW.
Oh, yeah. I put a lot of work into that.
Because we always, there are very few people who know as much about the wrestling history, colloquially, that we interact with as me and him. Like, there was one night, legit, we were blackout drunk in my backyard, but we had a 45-minute conversation about the territory days. And so, like, for us to get into some of those what-ifs and stuff, we really do put in the time. And with that segment, I think it was one of the best ones we ever did, if not the best, as far as you going through all of the research, filling in the gaps, showing your product knowledge. And I actually just now thought, during the Birthdays and Bullshit segment, a name came up that I didn't know, and you knew his name before that. And, like, in the back of my head, I'm like, man, I love that you can do that.
Yeah, Bastion Booger.
Yeah, because, like, I know stuff, and there are little details that I won't forget that I think I can remember a little bit better than you, but you can really reach back into that Rolodex, and you really put in the work on that segment.
That's all here.
And I've got one that I've been planning on doing, but again, with my work schedule and stuff, just haven't found the time, which I promise we will do in season 2. It's what if Triple H would have won the King of the Ring. But, no, that segment's, by and large, I think my favorite, like, you went through the timeline and created.
That would have been the what if
Scott Steiner won the WCW World Title.
It's down in the playlist as well.
Yeah, check it out because he's a fucking badass.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I put a lot of work into that video. And it came out better than I thought it
was brilliant.
My favorite video. At one point, if you're following along and you've been a fan of Pro Wrestling Throwdown for over the past year, which obviously you are, you would be watching this. We did a series of point grab videos because Max had points and we were all trying to get him to give us those points.
Right.
And we did a lot of funny shit. Go back and watch them all, but my favorite one by far is a video entitled Caleb's point grab. Or Caleb
grabs for the point.
Grabs for a point. Begs for a point, yeah. And it's one where he's like this, and you'll see it.
Yeah.
Anyway, you asking for the point.
Yeah.
And Max denying you by saying no in like
57 languages.
50 different languages. And you just relentlessly, unrelenting, just, can I have the point? Give me the point. Can I have the point?
That one was hard to...
Cherries? How about with cherries on top?
Yeah.
Just cherries.
Just cherries. Yeah. Pretty please.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I did all that ad-libbed, by the way.
Also, actually, that whole stretch.
No preparation. Oh, yeah. Some of those point grab videos, and that's not even the stuff that we had planned, because I was gonna like give me the point in like a million Post-it notes and stick them all over his car, and we had all kinds of stuff planned. We just never.
We had a plan for someone to be tackled while screaming, "Give me the point!"
Yeah,
which was fantastic.
Yeah. But yeah, the point grabs
still might happen.
Point grabs are funny. I'll say this about our little group: we make each other laugh, and I hope that we make other people laugh. And some of the stupid shit we do is great.
And for the point grab videos, we never told each other what we were going to do. It was just I've got something. Hit the cusp.
Yeah. Yep.
I love the point grab videos. I love everything that we do here. Pro Wrestling Throwdown is by far the one thing a week that I really, really look forward to.
Yeah. And if I can say too, on a personal level. And I'm probably going to get emotional, and I'm really sorry about that, but it's true. We started doing these videos right around the time the pandemic hit, and anyone who knows me personally knows that I'm an actor, knows that I'm a performer, and all of my creative outlets were just cut out from underneath me. And us getting to do the show every week and me getting to do it with my best friends really kind of kept me going this year because it gives me something to look forward to, and there's nobody in the world that I'd rather do it with than these two idiots.
You know, I got to say the same thing. Like, it's you guys know that I've had a hard time this last couple of years, and this last year has been wonderful.
Yeah,
it's been a lot of fun. It's a way for us to get together and be us,
right? Unrelentingly and without judgment.
We all work. We all have our outside lives away from the business. Me, this past year has been really shitty.
Same here.
And some bad news, doctors wise and things. But I look forward to doing this all the time, and I look forward to the next season because I'm taking you both in the points because that's how it happens. And then you both are going to read read the weekly news the very first week after WrestleMania in bikinis because that's how that's going to work.
We'll see about that.
So stay tuned.
No,
it's going to happen,
guys. Thank you so much for your support this year. There's nothing else to say. You guys make this worthwhile. You guys
go back and watch.
Check out some of those videos. Thank you so much, and stay tuned for the rest of the year. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Pro Wrestling Throwdown. Follow us on Twitter at Pro Wrestling TD. Send us an email at prowrestlingthrowdown@gmail.com. Like, subscribe, leave us some comments down below, and don't fucking miss out this week. because we still got like 8 videos coming. Jesus Christ.